And we also have, listen, we have 3 quad jets coming in. We have Ilyushin bringing in the Russian delegation. We also have a 747-8 flying in from Seoul. We also have a 747 cargo flying in from Liège. 3 of them within a few miles within of each other.
I mean, the picture that I have is supposed to be a white tail that just has the Russian flag symbol on the tail fin.
Okay, that's the one that I have on the tracking app that I use. So we're going to wait until it comes in a little closer to us. We have
Brian. The quad jets that you're talking about?
Right next to each other. So there is a 747 flying directly behind the Ilyushin.
Okay, so the first one is the Ilyushin, right? The Russian.
The Russian is low on the horizon, okay? So the Ilyushin IL-96 is flying at 1,800 feet, and the Korean 747 is flying all the way at 5,000 feet.
Oh, wow.
And directly above each other, okay? So the Korean is directly above the Ilyushin. The Ilyushin IL-96 traveling at 205 ground speed, and Korean Air right at same speed, 205, but 3,000 feet higher. They're still on base, Josh, so we can't see the landing lights, so it's not that one. So they're still on base.
Oh, they're still on base. Okay, I thought they had lined up already.
So they're not on final approach yet.
Over here? This one?
Yes, that's the both of yes, that's the 2 planes, quad jets. Yes.
This is one.
Okay, so that's one. That could be the Ilyushin turning for final.
Yeah, this one definitely is a quad jet.
Do you see a plane right above?
Yeah, I mean, I see that it looks like they're both on top of each other when you look at the radar app.
That's what I'm seeing, yes. That's what I'm seeing on the tracking apps. The 747 Korean, right? Korean Air 85 flying in from Seoul, a traditional commercial flight. A scheduled flight into JFK is flying right above the Ilyushin IL-96. We're trying to locate it. You're turning in.
I can't see the second one.
All
so
right.
whichever this one is, I cannot see the second one.
Okay, so this is either the...
It is a quad jet, though. This one
is a quad jet.
Definitely is a quad jet.
If you're just tuning in, we're trying to find the Ilyushin IL-96 carrying the Russian delegation to the United Nations. A flight from Moscow. And it's now turning final.
Okay, there's 2 now. I'm seeing 2 planes.
2 quad jets.
Not quad jets. The one that we were at, this one right here, that's definitely a quad jet. I don't know if it's the Korean or the Russian.
They're flying right on top of each other.
I mean, they're turning at the same time. That's why it looks like...
Here's one. Maybe, no, that's a little too far.
Yeah, that's a little too far. It's not that one. So they're flying side by side. Korean is flying 1,000 feet higher.
Oh, it's these 2 then?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Ilyushin IL-96 landing on runway 4 left. That's the runway closest to us. Korean Air 85, a traditional commercial flight flying in from Seoul, arriving 4 right.
Farther away from
Farther away from us, yes. So the Russian aircraft is on the right side of your screen. All right, we're tracking both of these aircraft landing side by side of each other. We have the Russian delegation on the right side of your screen with a very rare Ilyushin IL-96 arriving on runway 4 left. That's the runway closest to us. And a 747, the 74 is on the left-hand side of your screen right now. A traditional commercial flight, Korean 85 flying in from Seoul in South Korea. Now the 74 is arriving on the runway farthest from us, runway 4 right. They are flying side by side of each other. We have heavy planes taking off. We have just heard a big one, looked like a big 787-9 Dreamliner. Josh, look at this. We have 3 quad jets coming in.
Wow. They're
3
lined
quad
up.
jets. On the left, farthest left, we have Korean. Right in the middle, we have the Russian aircraft, the Ilyushin IL-96. And on the right side of the screen, we have a Cargo 747 on final for runway 4 right.
All right, we're gonna have to zoom into both of the parallel landings here. The Korean and the Russians.
And currently above the New York City area, we have a KC-10 extender flying in a holding pattern out of Fairfield. A U.S. Air Force KC-10 flying above the New York City area. We're going to zoom in now to the Russian aircraft.
Yep, zooming into the Russians.
The Ilyushin, now the most tracked in the entire world. We will lose sight of it for just a few seconds. Don't worry, we will have it in our sights in just a few seconds. And it should slow down and exit the runway right in front of LA Flights Live. Should be exiting the runway right in front of the TWA Hotel. There it is, Russians in view. And we already have security vehicles expected to meet the Russian aircraft. We have Russian registration number Romeo Alpha 96023. Again, I say this is the closest runway to us, runway 4 right. The Korean Air 747 arriving on runway 4 right, but we will stay with the Russian aircraft, now exiting runway 4 left. And it looks like the security vehicles, Josh, going and rushing to meet the Ilyushin IL-96. It's going to be interesting to see if it makes a left turn. Or will it just proceed to parking?
Yeah, staying right there.
Looks like only the front of the aircraft have any lights. I guess the Russian delegation in the front of the plane. And it doesn't look like it's going to make a left. We'll just proceed to parking. All right. Looks like the Russian aircraft will now leave our sight of view. They are here for the United Nations. I think we're going to get a last glimpse of the Russian aircraft. Listen, interesting to see. No aircraft are currently taxiing right now. We do have arrivals and departures, however. I do have to say the head of states of the Russian Federation not on board that Ilyushin IL-96, not on board. And that is UN coverage by LA Flights Live.
Wow.
Broadcasting live from the TWA Hotel, Afghan Paradise. What do you think of that? Day 4 of LA Flights. Doing live coverage from this magnificent establishment. The entire week we have been here, and we're still going to have a couple more shows, 1 or 2 more shows this week, covering the movement of VIP aircraft. And I am getting word that Sergey Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, was on board that Russian aircraft.